Sycho Sid is back in the WWE Legends Elite line of action figures from Mattel. You heard me right. Yes, we've got a brand new Sycho Sid action figure from Mattel in the WWE Elite line. I don't believe we've seen this particular wrestler since, I think, the SummerSlam 2020 line, and that was Sid Justice. So this is definitely a blast from the past, I guess you could say. With his untimely passing in late last year, they capitalized on making an action figure ahead of time, which seemed to be a little short timing, if you know what I mean. When this was announced, I believe his passing unfortunately came maybe a month later, so I don't want to say that they capitalized on it, but I am so glad that he was part of the WWE Legends deal or nostalgia deal so that fans could enjoy Sycho Sid for years to come. Now, the side of the packaging features an awesome image of him, of course, the WWE Legends logo, Series 25 down there, as well as a sweet description and the rest of the figures from the wave down there. Of course, you got Justin Hawk Bradshaw, which I passed on. I explained it in my last video. It's just, he's not my Bradshaw, if you know what I'm saying. Bret the Hitman Hart, one of my favorites. I'll never pass up a Bret. As well as Ravishing Rick Rude. Now, I got the chase when I ordered it. I only ordered one, and I got the chase. So, I'm pleased with it. I don't know if I'm necessarily going to step out and branch out and grab the other figure. But I guess time will tell. So let's read the little description on the back for the legend that is Sycho Sid. Titles: WWE Champion, WCW World Heavyweight Champion, and the WCW United States Champion. He had a hell of a career, like, let's be honest, and, you know, you hear that he's just one of the nicest dudes, so that is such a relief. Sycho Sid was one of the most physically imposing superstars in WWE history, and at the top of his game when he walked into WrestleMania 13 as WWE Champion. There, Sid defended his title against The Undertaker, and has since gone down in the record books as the only person to perform in multiple WrestleManias in only the main event. So, the guy had a hell of a career. I've said that. But, one thing I saw on X today, or some kind of social media, is that apparently there was a running change that was being sent out with this figure. And you can tell what I'm talking about. Action figure collectors who already have this know what I'm talking about. It is the hair. Apparently there is a running change with the hair. It seems that there is a lighter hair version that is going around. I have the darker hair. And now that, like, you think about it and you look at the packaging and everything, and you look at old pictures of Sid and everything, he definitely had lighter, blonder hair than this kind of like sandy, darker hair. But needless to say, it is still an incredible figure just looking right at it. But let's go ahead and take it out of the box and take a look at all the accessories and everything he comes with, and the figure itself. So it seems as if the Ringside Collectibles exclusives are not the only figures to get the treatment of kind of having a cardboard kind of display stand. I've still yet to figure it out. I'm sure all it is just you bend a couple things here and there and all that, and you get kind of a neat little display with a photo. Top-notch packaging for the Legends lines. It seems that they're really going all out with these exclusives. So it would seem to be that Mr. Sycho Sid gets 2 sets of extra hands. You get the open hands here, as well as kind of the alternative for what comes on the figure itself. Another pointing figure for the left hand, and a grasping hand for the other hand. So let's go ahead and take a look at Mr. Sycho Sid himself. Now, I'm extremely happy to have this figure in my collection. Wow, out of the packaging, now I know why there's a running change. It's not that it looks bad, it just seems a little unnatural, if you know what I'm saying. The head, yeah. He didn't necessarily have like brown hair. I guess when it was wet, you know, like when he came to the ring and everything, it would probably seem to appear that way. But I just don't really think he had brown hair. But other than that, the sculpt on it looks pretty phenomenal. That head sculpt, they really nailed that. They probably got a decent scan, you know, before he passed and everything. But um, the figure is perfect all the way down to the classic black trunks, black vest, knee pads, and the boots. Everything looks great. Of course, you get that one large Sycho Sid elbow pad there with the white wrist tape, and it would have been cool to kind of have just some closed fists to do the fist bump. You gotta have the fist bump, right? It's a Sycho Sid figure. Now, he does come with the WWE World Championship, and it is always a treat to have titles come with it, come with figures, especially when it is the Winged Eagle Heavyweight Championship. So, super cool. Let's go ahead and take a look, see if this figure has any posability or mobility limits. It seems like, you know, all these standard elite action figure articulation, and unlike previous figures, the elbow pad isn't really limited. You get that waist crunch going on there, thigh swivel. It seems that this figure does not have the same thigh problems that a lot of Mattel figures have been having lately. Knees are solid, as well as the boots and the toes and the ankles and all that good stuff. Such a solid figure. Let's go ahead and put him in a couple poses. I don't ever really do this, but why not? Let's put him in a couple poses, see how he poses. I guess you kind of put him in a pose like so, kind of pointing off at a fan when he's making his entrance or something like that. Very neat, very cool. And here he is, holding the World Championship up. Get a cool 360 shot of that. That black vest is so cool. They nailed it. They really nailed it with this figure. Such a treat. Definitely an improvement from the, what was the network specials, or maybe not even that. Maybe farther back, maybe the flashback series elites of Sycho Sid. Basically the same figure, just super updated. And this probably looks super weird, but I know wrestling fans will know what I'm talking about, what I'm going for here. You got Sycho Sid dropping the power bomb on one of his famous opponents, and here's Undertaker with that goofy head sculpt. But yeah, such a cool figure. Let's drop a power bomb on him. And of course, last but not least, let's go ahead and pose Sid with his famous fist bump pose. So thank you to Mattel and the WWE for giving out, or making this incredible Sycho Sid figure. Truly honoring the legend himself, Sid Eudy. So very cool to have this in the collection, and I will absolutely gladly be displaying it. He might be a fronter for me. Big fan of Sycho Sid. So if you enjoyed the video, let me know your thoughts in the comments, and of course, I'll see you all in the next video. Be sure to like and subscribe. Peace out.